can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous.
Black Star Sports TV here. I'm the OG, the Black Star, coming at you with another one. Hey, I know we've been down with this coronavirus and everybody been quarantined and everything. So, without all the boxing and things going on, have a little bit more time to think about things and everything, and we're still getting over the effects of, Deontay Wilder and the Tyson Fury fight, and that loss, man, and then the way that it went down and everything still resonates through our minds at this time. But I just decided now to do a video about Deontay Wilder, PBC fighters, and the LDBC. Why all the hate? And why are we hate? I personally am not an official member of the LDBC. But, when I got on here and I saw them, I mean, everything that they stand for and represent is what I do naturally, so it's a natural fit for me. It didn't require any thought, so it is what it is. But before I get to that, I want to start with Deontay Wilder, the champ, man. The champ has been stand-up, man, been a champ for 5 years strong, basically carrying the heavyweight division. Without him, man, what would the heavyweight division have been like? Because we couldn't get Anthony Joshua to fight anybody worth a damn, and if he did fight somebody, it was a snore fest at best. But anyway, Deontay Wilder, why is he hated so much? I mean, that's something I said about and I thought about so much. I'm like, man, it doesn't make no sense to me, man. The guy carries himself in a positive manner. He always has good things to say and a good words to say. And when it goes around and these interviewers come up to him and ask him questions, even fans or whoever, he accepts them in a genuine manner. He answers their questions and everything, and more than he really should, because a lot of times he'll be en route to the fight or in training or in the process of a fight in some fashion. But he'll still take the time to say, sit down and say, hey, guy, shoot the jive with you about whatever, I personally have never met the champ, as of yet, maybe one day. But I find it very upsetting to me. It kind of pisses me off, because I hate to see a good guy get done that way. Because here's a guy, man, that was getting along in life, man, and he didn't find boxing early. He found boxing kind of late. And it was almost like divine intervention for him, because as he was going about working these jobs and hustling and doing what he had to do for his family, then come to find out his daughter had this condition, and he knew that he was going to need more money than he could hustle in certain ways. So he was like, man, how can I do this? The guy didn't go out here and say, well, I'm going to sell drugs, or I'm going to go out here and rob people, or I'm going to do something that's negative. He said this, man, what can I do? How can I go out here and earn it? He's working as a truck driver and delivering beer, delivering them big old heavy kegs and everything every day, long days, I know a little bit about that because I was a truck driver myself. But he said to himself, well, look, I'm going to go in this boxing gym. And then even doing so. I mean, think about it, that's a gamble. I mean, who goes in there knowing that, hey, I'm going to be able to take this and turn this into a profession where I can make millions of dollars? How, he didn't know that, but he said, what the hell, I got a little bit of skills, I can do some damage, so let me go in there and see, what it is. So he goes in there and he trains a little bit, he gets out there, and in 2 years he goes to the Olympics. And he medals. He gets a bronze medal. I mean, That in itself is a hell of an accomplishment for anyone. You know, but he don't stop there. You know, and also a side note, people don't understand how close he came to a gold medal. You know, it was very, very close for him. You know, he almost got that gold. But either way, he's a bronze bomber. And he says, man, hey, that's a little something here going on. So he turns pro. You know, he starts to make a little bit. He started from the bottom, man, and they started putting him out there with certain guys. And, you know, he started going through them, man. He started laying them in the waist. And everybody's like, man, this right hand is something. And he, you know, and most people always say, well, he just got the right hand. He doesn't have anything else, man. But I challenge you all to go back and look at, I mean, if you have any doubt, man, I mean, the first fight with Tyson Fury, man, that was a 3-punch combination that laid him down in 12. That wasn't just the right hand. You know, he caught him with that left jab, swung him with that right, then came back with that left hook and laid him perfectly on his back. Perfectly on his back. You know? So when people sit there and they act like, oh gosh, it's just over with. Let's don't even worry about it. It's over with. Tyson Fury, he demolished him. He did all this and he did all that. I would say, well, yeah, one fight. And even if you wanted to give him credit for a fair fight, to say that the man came up there and he did that and he fought fair. Tell me, he cheated. He did, and he cheated in a lot of ways. He really pulled out all the stops for this one. He really did. But with all that being said, man, 7th round champ still on his feet, still swinging punches. Man. The more I look at that fight, you know, the more I start to think to myself, man, they shouldn't have stopped that fight. We could have witnessed the greatest comeback in sports history in that fight. It would have had to been given to him. Because the way people count him out and the way that they're talking about him now just boggles my mind, man. It's like they never saw him lay Tyson Fury down. Like that never occurred. And there's no possibility that it could ever happen again. How are you so sure? Tyson Fury is not that great a fighter. And it's been overstated. Oh, Tyson's a good fighter. People say it too much. He's not that great a fighter. He's never defended the championship. It's a reason for that. Because when you look at his career, he fought a bunch of bumps. And if it wasn't for Deontay, I'll get to that a little later. I'll get to that a little later, though. But the champ, in my opinion, is going to win this trilogy. And he's going to win this thing easy. He's going to win it easy. And I can't wait to respond to a lot of these ignorant people out here who are blinded by whatever they choose to be blinded with. Whether it's prejudice, favoritism, or they just a Tyson Fury fanboy, or whatever you want to call it. You know, label yourself as it is. It doesn't matter to me. I know what I see and I know what I know. I've been watching boxing my whole life. And I know certain things. And I know that each fight is different. As you can clearly see from the first and the second. You know, somebody made some adjustments and made a game plan. You know, and if you noticed before that fight how all the UK, anybody that did not like Deontay Wilder for whatever reason that they choose not to like him, made sure that they gathered with that team on that side. And they brainstormed and they did whatever they could do. And, Anthony Joshua, I'll come out and spar with you. You know, who's to say he didn't do that sometime? Because it's funny to me how he had a Nigerian mouthpiece in his mouth during the fight. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. It doesn't matter either way because this trilogy going to happen and it's going to go down. They try so desperately to get out of it. Oh, take the step aside money. You know, deep down in their heart, they know. They know. But see, the champ ain't running from the challenge, man. The champ never hesitated. From the first moment he was eligible, he said, hey, trilogy, it's on. He going to get the get back. It's coming. It's coming. You know, Tyson Fury been lucky, but that's okay. That's okay. Luck going to run out. You know. But anyway, back to Tyson Fury. I mean, not Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. He's a good guy, man. You know, he never gets in any trouble, man. And he's going about life in the right way. He keeps it positive, always got a positive word, you know, to say to anybody. Even having an interview with somebody you know that trashes you all the time, but yet still remain cordial to them. You know, and give them a good interview and do what you got to do to represent yourself in the most positive way. And even such, He takes it upon himself to represent his people and his culture and his ancestors, which many of us here living in the United States tend to don't even acknowledge our ancestors, which is a crying shame. It's a crying shame. We should never forget them. We should always remember them. We should always embrace them. Without them, we couldn't be here. Without their strength and their sheer will and power, we wouldn't even be here now. So how can we forget them? Never. And I applaud him for that, you know. And he goes out. Here it was Black History Month, and the man comes out and, you know, have a ring walk where he's honoring his ancestors, because it's Black History Month as well. He has an outfit on. They call him devils and demons. And they try to demonize him about that, and you know, he got punished because of Jesus Christ. He went up against Jesus Christ. The man ain't never talk about no Jesus Christ, whatever that is, you know. So where did that come from? It's just something that they invent to create, to hate on the man for no reason, because he says he honors his ancestors, you know. But you see white folks and other folks honor theirs every day. When a Mexican fighter comes in the ring and he got a sombrero on, you know, he's representing his ancestors. No one says a word. No one has a problem with it. People look at it and smile. Oh, that's nice. You know? White folks every day. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. That's on your money, on the signs, holidays. They honoring them all the time. No problem there. Even though they were slave masters, you know, they was rape, rob, killing, and pillaging everything around the earth. They didn't care. You know, because they got to win. And it doesn't shock me that they respond the way that they do now, because that's the same thing with Tyson Fury and his win. It was fraudulent. It was fraudulent. But they accepted. They accepted to the full. And they love to get on social media and talk trash to people. Anybody they think supports them, oh, get out of here, guy. He lost. You know, he beat the crap out of him. You know, they just love to say that, you know. And I say, okay, I got you. I understand. You know, it's been a long time for them. And, you know, the black fighters have been through so much, you know. And I'm going to get into that a little more when I do my PBC fighters video. This one is Deontay Wilder. I'm trying to stick to it, but sometimes when I get to talking, man, I'll go into whatever, you know. So I'm trying to get that down, you know. But to see a guy like him, that's a family man, Deontay Wilder, you know, he loves his kids. You know, he did this for his daughter. You know, he was able to go out there and become heavyweight champion of the world, you know, and reign 5 years, man. One of the longest title reigns in history, tied Muhammad Ali. And it's funny, after the fight, after this last fight with Tyson Fury, they're talking about making a movie, a documentary of the life of Tyson Fury. What was a better story than a father that loved his daughter so much that he went out there and made a way to provide for her and give her more than she could ever need in her life? And not only just her sisters and brothers. I'm not sure how his children go, but I know he has, you know, a few children. But he was able to take care of all that with ease, man. The way they can live comfortably. And not even just that, so look what he did for Louis Ortiz, man. A guy that they was trying to freeze out. They didn't want to fight the man. They didn't want to give the man an opportunity to show how great he was. Like they was in the middle of doing all U.S. fighters, which is half the reason why the U.K. fighters keep the belts. They don't want to fight nobody from over here because they don't want to take a chance in losing. They're afraid of that, you know, because they're the ones. It's like the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. Now I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, been my life long. You know, when I first moved out here to Houston, I had no idea that there was a rivalry between the Cowboys and the Houston Texans. I had no knowledge of it. I grew up in the D.C. area, you know, and our biggest rival was the Redskins. And I'm living in the hometown of the Redskins, and I can't stand them more than any sporting team, organization of any sport. So when I seen it, I'm like, wow, it's similar to this. The UK hold that rivalry to a standard that most people here in the U.S. don't even think about. We don't even consider it. Because for the most part, man, we've dominated them. We've dominated them for years and years and years and years. You know, the black fighters have dominated from time one. I mean, from the very beginning, they was always trying to freeze them out. You know, after Jack Johnson, they freeze us from fighting for the heavyweight title for 50 years. 50 years. You know? And then once we get a shot back at it, we take it back over and they don't see it. for well over 50 years. You know? But these are the type of things that are going on that these guys are up against. You know, and like I say, I'm gonna get into that all in the next 2 videos that I do. Stay tuned for those because I'm gonna try to do those today as well. Well, anyway, Deontay Wilder does all that. He gets success. He becomes the heavyweight champion of the world. You know, yeah, that's a hell of a story right there. But they're not glorifying that. They're not glorifying the positive words that the man brings out. You know, they rather honor the guy who says, well, after I win the fight, I'm going to go get me some cocaine and some hookers. And this is a married man with children himself. You know, supporting immoral stuff. Cocaine is not a problem for him. Popping dirty for steroids and cocaine at the same time. And knowing that cocaine is a masking agent for the steroids. You know, a lot of little trickery stuff going on with this guy. You know, but as long as he smiles, says a couple jokes, sing a few songs, oh, that guy, everything he does is a joke. You know, just like you know, here's a guy that was cheating his the BBOC in the UK. He failed the drug test. It's not even up for debate. He failed, but he was able to swindle his way out of it by getting a farmer to lie and say that he sold him some contaminated meat from some wild boar. Contaminated meat. The man does it. Agrees to pay the man some minuscule amount compared to the money that he's going to gain from all these victories and the fame and all that such. But chooses not to pay the man. Why would you not pay this guy? How easy would it have been for you to do that? You know? And he wouldn't even have a problem with his license or whatever. But he chose to, I mean, that just shows you a testament to the man's character. Everybody's so Tyson Fury, they try to paint him like such a great guy. You know? And I thought to myself in the beginning, I said, well, I thought a little bit of that myself. But as I look at these things and I think about them more, the more I think about it, the more I see a piece of shit that he is. Because here's a guy that was out of boxing. Nobody was fighting him. 400 pounds sitting out there, just a damn bump on a log. Nobody was going to fight that guy. His career was over. Deontay Wilder said, hey, man, get your shit together and come on out here and I'll fight you. It'd be a great fight. Good for boxing, right? He did that for this man. The man goes out and trains and gets himself together. Now he got a purpose in life. He goes out there. He betters himself. Ain't the first time the champ did that. Look what he did for King Kong Ortiz, man. You know, he know that his daughter had some issues. He fought that man twice. He didn't have to do that. But he did that so that guy could benefit and have some paydays so he could provide for his family and his daughter because he felt the likeness because of what he's going through himself. What more of a stand-up dude could you prove to be by doing an action like that? And then people just ignore all these things. And then say you fight a fight and you lose one fight one time out of 40 plus fights and you done knocked out 98% of the people you done fought. And you knocked this guy on his ass the first fight, which was a knockout. But you happen to lose one fight. And all of a sudden you're the worst thing since the bubonic plague. It makes no sense, man. It comes in, you know, it's just activated the hate that was already there all along. And it just proves to me and anyone who thinks like myself that there was nothing that man could ever done to win those folks over. There was never nothing he could do. You know, he was going to be hated regardless. You know, and the man did a lot of good works. And he's not getting credit for it. And the way that fans are coming after him and degrading him and making all the memes and oh he this and that, and they hate the fact that the man loves himself, his people, and his ancestors, and that drives them batty as hell because they want them like some of these other like some of these black people. I'll say black people to them. I try not to say the N-word much because I'm really trying to outlaw that. Another video I like to do down the line here shortly, I will do too. I'll get into that, but for now, you know, I've had conversations with people where we're going back and forth about Tyson Fury cheating and everything, and you'll have a black person jump in. Shut up! That's how you come into the conversation that way. Wasn't even in the middle of it. Come in and address you like that because he's going that hard to defend this other side. I mean, what type of mentality is that? A man that represents his people, which you happen to be one of, but somehow you disconnected. What's the disconnect? What caused the disconnect? You know? I think a lot of these people are suffering from the effects of integration. You know? There's nothing wrong with being integrated as long as you don't lose yourself in the integration. You know? But some of us have done that, and then it's plain to see, because they go harder than any white or non-white. Because you see a lot of Spanish and Indian and guys just, oh, they revel in it. They revel in it like this is the greatest thing they've ever seen in their life come true. And I understand if you see a fight and a guy get knocked out a certain way, regardless of who it is, man, that was a hell of a knockout. Wow, did you see that? I can understand a little bit more, but that wasn't the case in this fight. It was not the case. A man was standing on his toes still swinging. As a matter of fact, he just landed the left hook when they threw the towel in. You know, so it doesn't really match, man. And it really pisses me off, you know, how, you know, these black, I don't even call them fans of boxing, man. They just on there trying to appease other people, you know, and trying to say, oh, yeah. But all they're doing is lending validation to a people that can't stand them in the first place. You know, they feel like if they cater to them, that's going to make their future some kind of better. Like, you know, if they was to somehow get rid of all us, that they're going to leave them alone after we're done. You know, if we're gone and they're still here and they still talking that old madness, they still going to look around and say, hey, that's still one of those N-words over there, you know? So, they weak to me, you know? You're not strong enough to speak the truth. A man speaks the truth. Whether people agree or not, truth must be spoken, you know? And that's what we do, you know? That's just what it is. And for Deontay Wilder to be getting all this backlash and all of this hate, man, is really uncalled for. And anybody who's a decent person should sit back and think about the guy. Man, how can you hate a guy like that does the things that he does, man? You know, they remember, well, he said, well, he won a body on his record. Okay. The man said that, but what was he referring to? Was he talking about actually killing somebody in the ring? Or was he talking about the intensity that he brings to a fight when he goes out there? You know, you're not going out there to be nobody's friend. It's not the light business. This is the hurt business. And they got to lay hurt on him. If he was able to lay that type of force onto Tyson Fury, then nobody would be laughing right now because Tyson Fury would be in a world of hurt, wouldn't he? Nobody thinks about that. But he's a clean fighter. He doesn't fight dirty. You don't see him headbutting people and elbowing them and grabbing them in headlocks and, you know, repeatedly hitting them with rabbit punches and all these type of things that we know that Tyson Fury did in that second fight. He doesn't do any of that. Basically, he's a clean fighter, you know. He doesn't do any of that stuff, man. He doesn't have to. And he comes out there with class, man. He trains hard, he works hard, he comes out and he represents himself, and he represents his people, and he represents his family well. You know, how can you hate on somebody like that? You know, a person that hates on him reveals only something about themselves, to me. You know, they got problems that they need to work out within themselves. How can you take this much pleasure in just a one fight? Like, it's, you know, it's not over with. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be 4 of these fights. There's going to be 2 more. Because Tyson Fury ain't winning the trilogy. I don't care how much shit he's talking now. And then on top of this, look how he did Tyson Fury. You know, when, like I just mentioned, he got this guy who nobody was fighting. He was fat. He was 400 pounds. He was drug addict. Doing nothing with his life. You know. Decent fighter, but he was doing nothing with his life. He pulls him out. He gets him active. Gets him going. He's fighting now. He's in the big fight. And then puts him in the fight, give him a 50-50 split. He has to do that. 50-50 split, shot at the title. He gives him that. Not once, but twice. You know what Tyson Fury turns around and does for the trilogy? Tell you how great a guy this guy is. Oh, he's going to make it 60-40 his way for the third one. Did you check that? He making 60-40 his way. Never had shouldn't even be in the position that he's sitting in, you see. But you know, he got his karma coming to him, and it's coming. It's coming. You know, and then people talk about the racist element, and all you hear is non-black people, it's not a racist, ain't nobody racist, you're racist, you're racist. Oh, get the hell out of here. Your fucking people invented the bullshit. Fuck you gonna tell a black person about some damn racism? Oh, dumb motherfucker. This motherfucker, man, his punk ass father. I'm gonna show you this video here. This punk ass father. It's a 13-second video of this punk ass father sitting up there watching the second fight on the screen in a private room, and he's watching it. And he's reveling, how his son is doing, knowing damn well his son cheating in every damn way, fashion, form. Eddie can cheat. All of them was crying. They was telling him, don't fight him the second time. They was scared. All of a sudden now everybody's dun 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 dun, very confident now. They know what the hell is going on. So he sits back there and says, yeah, that's what you do. That's how you fight. That's when you're fighting, man. You're coming from here. You are when you're the king of a race. He said, a king of a race. He said that shit. But it's accepted as a joke. Oh, that's just John. I'm joking. Then he turns around and grabs his nuts and says, that's what comes out of here. That's what comes out of here. Why is he grabbing his nuts? Why is he talking about that? What possibly dwells in nuts? But semen, right? And everybody knows that racism was built on the premise of the power of the black semen. That's one of the biggest things against black men, is the fact that we can go out here and procreate and change colors of people around the world. You know, and racists recognize that and they fight against that in that way. But for him to say that, he went straight to the core of their argument, of their gripe. That's what comes out of here. Oh yeah? All right. Just make sure you bring his bitch ass back and put him back in that ring for that third ass fight. Furies. Yo, cheating ass motherfucker. He gonna get his ass whooped. He gonna get his ass whooped. I ain't pulling no punches about it. I'm 1000% Team Deontay Wilder. And I don't give a fuck who like it, who don't. It is what it is. I'm always ride, win, lose, or draw. But I know some bullshit. Tyson Fury winning need to win a fair fight. But you can't win a fair fight if you don't fight one, you know? And in both of those fights, he cheated, and it was clear as day. Clear as fucking day. And he keeps talking about retiring and shit. He's trying to hurry up and get out. Hurry up and get out. Hurry up and get out. He knows what he got coming. He knows what he got coming. And when it happened, it ain't gonna surprise me. I expect it to happen. You know. But yeah, he sat there in the video and he made those comments. And that really caught my ear and my eye. I was like, wow, that's a hell of a thing to say, huh? You couldn't just be proud. Well, my son won. He went out there and did all right. Great job. Wow, man. But nobody gives Deontay Wilder any credit for being any good, like he's never accomplished anything. But in the same breath, Tyson Fury is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's just, he's better than Muhammad Ali. He's just this. He's done that. He's never defended the title, any title he's ever held. He's never done that before. Never. How in the hell they gave him that last fight before the rematch with that damn eye gashed open like that is beyond me. He got every allowance, every extra that they could give him to give him a shot in a fight. He was given that. He was given that. Just like I show you on my interests. And I play it every video I do. I don't care. I love it. I can't watch it enough. When Deontay Wilder dropped Tyson Fury's ass, he was laid out for more than 10 seconds. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He had 20 seconds to re-engage him. That's well over 10 seconds. It's not even close. There is no discussion. There is no debate. The man was knocked the fuck out. He ain't get up. No. He lied on the interview. The first thing I heard was 4. Bullshit. Look at the face. When the referee said 6, he looked at it. He looked at it. It's obvious. 6. And by the time, before the clock on the video even says 10, he's just trying to get to his feet. That's it. That's it in boxing. You don't get 10 and some change. You know? It's ridiculous, man. But I just can't stand how they come out after the champ like that. Stand-up guy like that. And hey, you know, I do support him and rep them 100% because, you know, yeah, partly because he's black as well. Yeah, exactly. Ain't no lie in my heart, but if it had been somebody else, I'd have did the same thing. Because right is wrong, man. You know, I don't like cheaters, man. I don't like them. You know, I thought Tyson Fury was an okay fighter, but the more I see, the more of what he's done, man, the more make me don't like that guy. So that brought me to this point. So you can scream racism or you can have it any other way you want. I really don't care. I'm not really concerned with changing anybody's mind. But I am interested in telling you the truth. And the truth is just as I see it and how I say it is. That's what it is. And anybody that knows anything about boxing and know about the plight of us here in this country and our fighters know that I'm telling the truth. I won't have to argue with them. We even have to discuss it. They already know. And it's for a reason. Ain't nobody stupid. They want to play us stupid because they know that we called their damn bluff on the jump. They ain't see it because they don't even know what they're looking at anyway. All they're looking at is the end. What happened? What did they say? Oh, did he really? Oh, wow. And then they run with it. But they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know about the techniques of fighting. And, you know, it's not much, just like Buddy McGirt said, it's not much that the champ has to do to get the win. But to me, what the champ was doing in the first 2 rounds was okay, because to me, he won those first 2 rounds. Tyson Fury didn't do a whole lot in them 2 rounds. You know? But he gets every second that he's standing, he gets credit for it. As long as he's standing in the ring, he won that round. That's why you got him running around. He's talking about, he got robbed in the first fight. That motherfucker was asleep in the ring. If you see somebody out here fighting, I don't give a damn how long the fight lasts. If a motherfucker get dropped and he laid out like that, that's your winner. Fight over. It's done. Ain't nobody running around, but man, he was laying in jail. He was running around faking him. He was faking him. You see how he was faking him? Look how he was moving around. Stupid shit, man. But since it's in their favor, they'll accept this dumbass logic. And they'll run with it, you know? But anyway, you know, I just want to vent a little bit about that, man. I think it's total bullshit. Champ is a stand-up guy. He deserves respect and honor for what he's done. He's a Hall of Fame fighter, going to be. You can't keep him out of there. He's already in the books, man. He's already done so many great things. Tyson Fury has yet to prove to the world that he's a great fighter. You know, that's one fight. I mean, he had no title defenses. 0. You know? He cheated. Man, we'll another time with that, man. Because sometimes he'll sidetrack me in the minute, man. Because that sucker, man, I ain't got no feel for that guy at all no more, man. I can't stand Tyson Fury anymore. It's just what it is. But the champ, man, shout out to the champ, man. Salute you, bro. Keep your head up. Keep working hard. And stay on your craft, bro. You know, I know what you're going to do. You ain't got to explain to me. I know what's up. I can't wait. I want to be at the 3rd fight. For sure. And I'm going to tell you right now, like I said in my previous video, all you wild talking motherfuckers out there talking shit to me, gonna see me again. You best believe it. I ain't going nowhere. Win, lose, or draw. I don't buckle from no pressure. I am the pressure. Feel it. Now look, hey, like I said, check out my next 2 videos coming out, man. I'm gonna do one on the PBC fighters and the LDVC, man. What's up with all the hate, man? What's up with all the hate?
What a 19-stone man can do when you got heart, when you're bred to fight, when you're a king of a race.